Hi everyone, my name is Alleya Cheng. I am Chief Audiologist and founder of SoundLife Hearing. Today, SoundLife is going to do a very special video which we were going to discuss about why hearing is so expensive. And we are honored to invite our manufacturer representative. Can you introduce yourself, Tyler?
Hi, my name is Tyler and I'm from GN Private Limited. I'm the product and audiology manager for GN Hearing. Our main brand is carrying ReSound, which we are currently supplying to SoundLife Hearing.
How about you?
Hi, good morning everyone. This is Jasper from Rexton. So basically our brand, like I mentioned, is Rexton and I'm the product trainers for this particular brand in Malaysia. So we are supporting SoundLife in terms of giving them a training and about the product as well.
Yeah, and lastly me, I'm Xiang Ling. I'm an audiologist from Oticon. The same, I supply and support SoundLife Hearing.
Okay, thanks everyone to join us today. So we are today our topic is why hearing is so expensive. Many times my patients always comes to me and say, what? Hearing costs thousands? It's so expensive. I thought it's only cost hundreds because it's a just small gadget. So for this point, can you just tell me more tell our audience here why hearing is so expensive, Jasper?
Why hearing aids are expensive? I used to ask these questions to myself as well. Actually, a lot of investments have to be made, like the efforts for the research and development. So manufacturers like our organizations, they have to take years of continuous research. They have to involve a lot of different professions like audiologists like us, and also engineers and even hearing aid users into the involvement to develop a new technology. Moreover, this technology has to be proven that it really helps the users in their real life situation also. So these are one of the factors that contribute to the high cost for creating a hearing aid. Yeah.
True. Okay, just I forgot to mention, maybe many people wonder how expensive is really expensive. So just give you an example, for SoundLife, we actually divide our hearing aid range from basic to premium level. So like from the basic range, it costs about 5,000 for one piece, and then for those like premium hearing, it can goes up to 18,000 per piece. So that is the hearing aid range. So if let's say a customer bought a pair of premium hearing, it can cost about 30,000. So that is the hearing aid price as for current in 2022. So okay, to continue, Tyler, can you give your point? Do you think that we can justify the cost of the hearing aid that is so expensive? What's your point?
Yep. So from what we can see is that hearing aid actually is not just a product, but it's actually a bundle of service that the patients are actually purchasing. All right. So definitely it costs about 36,000. Okay. And there are also hearing aids that we can find online, like for example Shopee and Lazada. Okay. Those are maybe roughly around 300 to 500 ringgit only per piece, right? But those hearing aids, they do not provide you with any services. No service, no guarantee, and no warranty. Yeah, but if you are purchasing it from a hearing care center, that is where you get all the services. And definitely there are also different levels, all right, on why is it there are like 3,000 to 10,000 to 20,000, all right? So the different levels will determine how the audiologists plan their course of action for the patient. So that is why, there are a lot of things, and I would say, these are the costs that will give you and will serve you for the next 5 to 7 years.
Yeah, true. I totally agree. Just like example, if let's say you have a heart patient, they require a pacemaker. Without the surgeon to do the job, do you think you can use the things, right? So Xiang Ling, what would be your point of view about why hearing aids is so expensive?
Right. Of course, I do agree with Tyler and Jasper. But then again, I would like to ask, what do we compare the price with? Do we compare it with mobile phones, computer, or a luxury bag? When we are saying expensive, right? So what are we comparing it with? So I believe that price of something are closely related to the value it provides. So for example, if let's say it can provide you with a better communication from what you used to have, you can participate actively again in your work, it helps you in your mental health, or you can participate actively and also naturally in your social environment, then how much would you price it to be?
Yeah,
Right?
True.
And again, but answering your question why it's so expensive, I would also like to rephrase the question maybe. How about we say, why is good hearing aid? I'll price it as such, right? So okay, then a part of it is actually the large percentage of the cost goes to the research and development of the land, so that we can continually research and then improve on the hearing aid technology.
Yeah.
So the hearing aid that you have today, you have a smaller hearing aid, a more powerful hearing aid, and also a hearing aid that can give you a more natural sounding. It all comes from all these research and development.
Yeah. So talking about the research, every manufacturer is spending a lot in the R&D. So even though if let's say I want to answer my clients, answer my patients why hearing is so expensive, I always tell them, any manufacturer spend a lot in the R&D. Yes, it's so small, but do you know that to make something small is even more tough than making something big, right?
To add on, actually, a lot of people think that hearing aid is electrical devices. They think it as like a headset or earphone, but actually hearing aids are medical device. We have to register the products, the hearing aids, with the medical device associations in order to sell it to the consumers or in order to promote it to the consumers. So I would like to, clarify about this, because a lot of people have a wrong idea about these hearing aids. Yeah.
Yes, true. So
I also like to add on is that from what Jasper had said is that yes, and furthermore, medical devices, we require medical professionals. All right, like for us, is the audiologist. So we are the ones that are going to, try and fit what is best for the patient. All right, we will know what kind of hearing loss is suitable for what kind of hearing aids and how does it works with your life. All right, we cannot just simply pick off something from the shelf and put it on your ear. That will not work. Yes.
true. Okay. Do you have anything to add on? Sending?
It's all covered, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. So and in the R&D, they don't just have audiologists to work for the hearing aids, but they also hired sound engineers and physicians, like some physics professor and all this. So that's why it takes years to come out a product. So that's why the hearing is so expensive. Okay. And to the current market, many people actually very wonder what is the current hearing aid technology that can help them compared to 10 years ago, or compared to old times. So can you just briefly introduce what would be your current hearing aid technology?
Sure. I will share maybe about 3 technologies that are available in our current hearing aids.
Okay. Braxton, right?
Yeah, Braxton's, yes. So first one is actually we have a technology that can reduce the discomfort with their own voice, because users have to wear the hearing aids into their ears, right? So basically their ears somehow are blocked as well. So for those who are not wearing hearing aids, you can easily just use your fingers to close up your ears, and then you just count 1 to 10, and you will feel that your voice is louder and also echoing. So quite a lot of users have these kind of sensations and discomfort. And we have this technology called My Voice in Braxton hearing aids, which can instantly overcome these discomfort sensations of own voice. And again, it's proven to be very helpful. Secondly, we just released this new technology as well in our Braxton hearing aids, like maybe in last month, I would say. It is actually, we understand that, right? Everyone has their own preferences towards something. Same goes for the sound. Everyone has their own preference towards sounds. So users will have also, they are looking for some kind of sounds in different environments. And impossible that we ask the users to go to hearing aid clinics, to go to SoundLife every time they need some minor adjustment as well. So that is why we released this artificial intelligence into our hearing aid right now. So with this AI, right, we call it as Braxton Assist. It can change the hearing aid outputs instantly based on the user's feedback, which they can just open up the app in their smartphone and then they just tell the Rexton Assist what kind of issues they have and what they want to improve. Straight ahead, the Rexton Assist will just change the hearing settings and see whether the customer like it or not. More interesting, right, is that this AI, artificial intelligence, it learns, it can improve from time to time because it learns the user's behavior, whether they like this solution or they like that solutions. And so in future, I would say it can provide a much more precise solutions or options to the customers. Yeah, and lastly, last one is that, pandemic is still ongoing, right? And recently there's a rise of cases as well. Everyone is getting more and more worried. And a lot of people still, they're still worried of going everywhere and because infection is everywhere. So in order to help our users to receive a service or follow up with their audiologists, hearing care professionals, we actually offer tele-remote service. Okay, or remote tuning service we call it, so that users do not have to travel to the clinics to do the fine tuning. And the beauty of this service is that it is free, right? So users do not have to pay for the service, hearing care professionals do not have to pay for the service because we cover everything. And that is also contribute to the cost, right? Okay. Yeah. So yeah, and that's the things that we are offering. And also for our users, everyone can enjoy this. Disregard they are using Bluetooth or non-Bluetooth hearing aids, they can receive or they can enjoy this remote tuning service. So these are the three technologies or features that Rexton is offering to the public and also to the hearing care professionals. Yeah.
Oh, it's wonderful.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks for the explanations. How about you, Tyler?
Yeah. So for ReSound itself, we are more into our own philosophy where we call it organic hearing. Right, so organic hearing is more or less like how a normal person actually hear, which is actually natural hearing. Alright, so when we hear something, we can actually focus on what we want to listen to, and yet aware of what is going on in our surrounding. Alright, so with this philosophy itself, we implemented a microphone system where if you wear on both sides, one microphone will be different from the other microphone. Alright, so that one will be focusing on speech is coming from the front, while the other is monitoring the surrounding. Yes, patients might even feel, this hearing aid will be a little bit noisy, but I wouldn't say that is considered as noisy, but you are actually hearing more things because that is how natural hearing actually works. A hearing aid can give you a very quiet environment, but that is no longer natural at all. Yeah, so that is one of our philosophy in ReSound itself. And then the second point to that is that we also have another breakthrough in ReSound where we introduce a new microphone that is being placed on the speaker unit that will be fitted into the ear canal. Yeah, we call that the Marie system. Alright, so this Marie system will provide you with the best sound quality, alright, in terms of what ReSound sees to it. Okay, why does it happen is that when we put our microphone into the ear canal, and we know that every single individual's hearing is one of a kind. Alright, their pinna, this is the pinna, sorry, right? This pinna, every single one is different. Mine can be different from Jasper's, from Alleya's, and also Xiangling's, right? So there is actually a function for this pinna where it will collect sounds. So how it collects is different for every single one. So just like a fingerprint, okay? So this microphone that's inside the ear canal, okay, will pick up sounds that are being picked up by the pinna itself. And then we have also two more microphones at the back of the ear, which is what conventional hearing aid actually do. Okay, so we have three different sounds to compare, and that will provide them with the most natural sound quality. And there are also a lot of benefits from this is that, when we have this kind of microphone, you can have better front-back recognition, alright, a very natural sound quality and very individualized. And of course, last one is that it's a natural wind blocker, okay. Hearing aids that has microphone at the back of ear is usually always being disturbed by turbulence, especially in windy situation. So when you have one microphone that's inside the ear canal that is protected, then it will definitely provide you with more outdoor experience.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you want to try ReSound, please come to SoundLife. Thank you, Tyler. So Xiangling, can you just tell us a little bit how Oticon different from the other two?
Right. So we have actually already moved on from ear hearing to brain hearing since 2016. Right. So we focus on how the brain works. That's how we hear actually. The features that we develop are trailing closely to how the brain process sound.
Is it something like the well-balanced sound? Because I always heard my patient who try Orticon, they somehow will mention their first trial experience is quite good. They will say something like, it seems clearer. So why it seems clearer to them?
Yeah, I think because, for example, we do not restrict sound and we do not overly process the sound so that we can give a patient a full natural perspective of sound in a well-balanced manner. And that is how we naturally hear. And obviously, there's also a lot of scientific evidence on the benefit of brain hearing. Right?
Yeah, it's true. So we have to remember that after all, we use ear to hear, but we use our brain to listen, right?
Yeah. Because at the end of the day, sound are actually sent to the brain to be processed and understood.
True. Okay. So now we know that every year the phone industry will come out their technology. It's like iPhone or Samsung. They upgrade it every year. They will have a new technology, new launch. So how about our hearing aid industry? For ours, we know that we have UHA or AAA, so we launch the products every 2 years. So Jasper, can you just tell us about your upcoming launch?
Okay, I mean, I can share a little bit about the next one. For sure, the sound quality will be much more natural and greater than what we have at this point of time. And also, the design, I would say, will be getting smaller and more trendy as well. It could be moving towards, consumables, because nowadays more and more people can accept wearing wireless earbud, wireless headset. So we may foresee that the hearing aid will become like that as well. And in our brand Rexton, it could be as well. We can't predict what will happen.
So secretive, right? So Tyler, can you tell us a little bit about ReSound?
Yeah, so moving forward, definitely we have a lot of plans that we want to do, and we have a very strong lineup in the pipeline currently. But of course, I couldn't share too much. Definitely, because it's all trade secrets, and stuff like that. But definitely, we are focusing a lot on our rechargeability and how are we strengthening the batteries, because we want to release the end users or release the patients from the pain of changing batteries. So that is the main goal for this year. So which is to bring in rechargeability of how easy rechargeable hearing aids are today. So that is the only thing that I can say for now.
Okay, thank you. So Xiangming, I know that your upcoming platform is called Orticon More. So can you share a little bit?
Yep. So this is the latest addition to the hearing solution. We have actually incorporated this deep neural network, which is the advanced artificial intelligence system, similarly seen in those self-driving vehicles, facial recognition, and even those space exploring system.
Wow.
Right, so our next launch will be along this line as well.
I see. Okay. So then what can we expect in near future? For the hearing aid technology? So like maybe in 5 to 10 years time.
Right, we most probably could also see a real-time brainwave processing.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, the EEG, where the hearing aid actually react to how we think and how our brain process the information. Like for example, if we are overly tired, maybe when we are tired, then maybe due to patient needs to put in more efforts to listen, then the hearing aid will actually react more aggressively to sound. As to support the user to listen better.
Well, I think this is a very good news for people who, especially for those older, like 80s or 90s old, their attention span is not so great and easily get tired. This could be very useful.
In fact, now our dedicated research center, the Eriksholm in Denmark, they have actually been researching on how vision.
Okay.
Yeah, vision could help the hearing aid to actually react to what the user are listening to.
Wow.
Right.
how eyes is linked to the ear. This is something
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
so new to me too. Yeah.
They're used on the vision,
Okay.
because where we see, so that's also how the hearing aid will react to what the users are listening at.
Next would be, do you still think that people still want to use? I mean, is that normal that they still using the excuse like hearing is so expensive, that's why I don't want to spend on it. So use it as an excuse not to buy the hearing aid. So how do you see about this point?
Okay. This is a very, I would say, consistent kind of issue or questions coming back from the publics. I mean, Alleya mentioned this earlier at the interview or these sessions. Actually, hearing aids come in a wide range of performance levels, and each performance level offers different kind of package or technologies. So audiologists or hearing care professionals, they actually will give the best recommendations or the best performance levels that suits the consumers, listening needs, their lifestyle, and also budget. Of course, I would say the higher the price, the more technology will be packed inside the hearing aids. In fact, the true purpose of having so advanced kind of technology is to bring convenience to the consumers. And the things that I mentioned, all the things that I mentioned, AI, sustainability, rechargeability, is all about bringing convenience to the consumer as well. So I would say, no worry about that, because audiologists will always help you to choose the best hearing aids with the suitable performance level according to your needs. Just consult with your audiologist or hearing care professionals. That's my best advice for everyone actually.
So Xiangling, how do you think about this? If let's say that is a children, they mention that hearing is so expensive, I don't want to spend thousands on my parents. So how will you say about this point?
I think I couldn't emphasize more on, hearing care is actually health care.
Yeah.
Right. So it only makes sense that if you take care of, it only makes sense that you take care of your hearing health as you take care of your other health as well. And hearing loss is not something to be ignored. Untreated hearing loss has actually two very serious consequences. One is, of course, the hearing loss itself. Once
Communication difficulties.
Communication difficulties, and then when you miss out on, you may miss out on information, and then there comes the stress and everything. So that's one on it. And then at once, hearing loss also causes several medical health problems. There's also a research saying, when older people has hearing loss, untreated hearing loss, they are more likely to develop dementia.
And also Alzheimer's.
Yeah, correct. And it also accelerates the decline of the cognitive abilities as well. So that is why, hearing care is healthcare and it shouldn't be ignored.
Yeah, I totally agree on you. So I do have a patients like walk into SoundLife clinic and even we fitted with the hearing aids, they couldn't respond because their brain is already so like, I would say, declined until they lost the ability to process the sound. Yeah. So how about you, Tyler?
Sure.
Do you have any input?
Coming back to all these points that everyone have already mentioned is that I would like to also, flip the question a little bit. All right. So we were asking about, is a cause an excuse for not getting your hearing loss treated? But how about this? Is the cause an excuse for not getting your heart problem treated? Okay. Yeah. So
Totally.
Heart problem is fatal, meaning that if you don't do anything to your heart problem, the patient might die, right? So we are not actually taking hearing loss very seriously. Not serious enough, I believe. Yeah. So that should not be an excuse. Alright, like how Xiangling had also mentioned is that dementia itself, alright. For me personally, I believe memory is one of the most precious thing that we can bring with us. It's not money, it's not health, but it's actually the memories, right? So dementia is you deteriorate your memory because our hearing part in the brain is very close to the memory part. So when we lose all of this, it's not very pleasant, especially if your parents start to forget you. How will you feel, and how will your, let's say if it's a father, then how the mother will feel, every day looking at the man that you love, but that man doesn't remember who you are. These are not, I would say these will not be an excuse for treatment. And I believe with the current healthcare system that is being in place, we as audiologists, we will do our very best, to actually provide the best healthcare services that we can provide, like what Jasper also said. Right, we will see what is suitable for you. All right, size, yes, is definitely one of the concerns, because it make you look old and everything. But of course, I would put that as a secondary. The most important is we have to get hearing aids that is suitable for us. All right, and of course, I will not deny. I will not deny that hearing aids are expensive. We are not going to hide it. Hearing aids are not cheap, but when it comes to cheap, means it's cutting corners. And when we cut corners, we have to compromise a lot of things. And this is not what we as manufacturers and a hearing care center would want to do. All right. So definitely this is necessary, and your safety and hearing is very, very important to us.
Yes, correct. So I always like to tell the customers who mention that hearing is too pricey and then they don't want to do anything. So just 2 points I will always mention to them. If you cannot afford 2 hearing aids, can you please at least maybe come and test your hearing, know your hearing result, know your hearing levels and disability, and then we can potentially let you try one of the hearing aid first. So if you cannot afford 2, then at least you get 1, because when you wear one hearing aid, there's some input, and that input will actually continuous stimulate your brain, and it keeps your brain active as well to prevent the dementia or Alzheimer's, or even prevent your hearing loss level to deteriorate further. So that is the point that I always mention to my clients. And then another point is that if, let's say, hearing is so expensive, so what happens is that compared to some other things, if you want to buy a car, you want to test drive, so why not try the hearing aid? And for SoundLife, we do try our best to help our customer to choose the best hearing aid that best match for their lifestyle or their levels or their needs. So what we do is that we offer 7 days home trial that they can come to SoundLife in 2 hours, then we will test their hearing, give them the explanation, and then to let them try for few hearing aids. And what's more is that if you want to try all brand together, like you want to try Opticon and then Resound and Rexon, we can do all of them in one shot, in one session. And from there, you choose the one that best, you like the quality the most, and you can try it at home. So after 7 days, you come back and for the review, and we will see whether you want to continue to use this side, or if the hearing is not so effective, then you can still try the other side. So from this, we actually lower the risk that you buying the wrong hearing aids. So if you buy the hearing aid the first time when you buy it, you already buy the right suitable set, you save your cost. So imagine if, let's say, you really do your parts, you take care of the hearing aids, and it can last for 5 years or 7 years at least. So the cost of hearing aids, you have to stretch it to over years. And furthermore, is that SoundLife not just to sell you the hearing aid, but we also provide a total solution. That we have a very comprehensive best audiological practice approach to help our patient to hear better and clearer with our rear ear measurement and also the hearing aid validations. And if, let's say, for those like severe to profound, SoundLife also provide cochlear implant solution, which we just started with the Cochlear brand. So that's all I will say for today's interview. Yeah. Do you have anything else to add on to our consumers?
Just one last thing is, if you are experiencing any symptoms of hearing loss or already diagnosed with any degree of hearing loss, please take action. It is for yourself and also for your family members also. Okay, yeah, that's my last message for everyone today.
True.
Go see your hearing care professional, get evaluated, and see how hearing instrument can actually, makes you engage to the world again.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep. And also, just like an annual health check, please do an annual hearing test as well. I mean, we might need a baseline to see if there is any deterioration, because cases are when you know that you have a hearing loss is sometimes too late. Yes, so that's my message for the public.
Yeah, and I would like to end this. Yes, as for me, SoundLife will always have a motto: better hearing, better life. Thank you. Thanks for watching.